Hello all, today we are going to discuss about the fields and relationships topic. So as we discussed yesterday, there will be like two kinds of fields. One is the standard field and then is the custom field. So today let's discuss about the fields and later on in the next session we will discuss about the relationships. So what are the standard fields? The fields which are provided by the Salesforce. Custom fields are nothing but the fields which we create as per the business requirement. How to identify? Again the same thing. For the standard field, the field name and the API name will be the same. But for the custom field, the field name will be, the field's API name will be appended with __ C at the end, as we discussed in yesterday's topic, right? Now, let's see how it's gonna work. I don't want to my phone because if I register my phone, whenever I log in from a new device, it sends me a verification code. So until and unless I don't enter the verification code, it doesn't allow me to log in. Because if it is some our official like the thing which you're doing, then it's fine. But coming to here, it's not needed. Now, let's go to the job applications object. Job application object. So here we'll creating the fields. So here we have custom fields and relationships, right? Click on new. See here the different kinds of fields we have. We have the auto number, we have lookup, like formula, everything, right? So for the time being, forget from this formula till this external lookup relationship because these fields we are going to discuss in the next session. So let's start creating one by one. I'll show you the sample of some 4 to 5 fields and later on you can create yourself. So click on auto number, choose the auto number field. Auto number is nothing but it's like the see here. Here you have the brief description as well. A system generated sequence number that uses a display format you define. The number is automatically incremented for each new record. So it doesn't get decrement, but it gets incremented. See how it works. Suppose let's take like some job application number. Okay. And then the format. We need to display the format. See here we have the format A hyphen this one, right? I would like to go with this one JA hyphen. I would like to choose for 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And the starting number I would like to have some 0, 1, 0, suppose for example. And we have like generate auto number for existing records, right? Let's do one thing first. Let's initially create some sample records, right? So let's see how it was going to work. So I like to take this job application 1. Okay, let's consider how it works, which one will come first and which will come second. So right now I have saved the record, right? Now see how it goes. So I can save and again I can navigate to the same page. See how it works. JA2 and I'll click on save and new. See again the same page. JA3 save and new. And JA4 now I'd like to stop it here. I'll click on save. Done with the job, right? Again I'll go back to the job application. I'm having 4 records. Now let's come here and let's make sure that we generate auto number for existing records as well. Okay. So how this should work? Because the initial field which I created was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It should come in the same way, right? We have this something called as external ID. So let me give you a best example for this one. Suppose let's consider external ID. Okay, and it's moreover it's an important interview question. Overall, we can create only seven external IDs, seven external IDs per organization. If we would like to create our object, max we can have only five external IDs per object. Means overall we'll be having seven. So if for this job application object, suppose let's consider I have created the five external IDs. And then if I would like to create external ID for another object, I have only two options. I have only two external IDs to create. So overall we can create only seven external IDs. So what is the purpose of this external ID? For example, let's consider when we call to some customer care, what it may be, like some mobile customer care or some laptop customer care, whatever it may be. Okay. So whenever we call to the customer care, it's nothing but a third party person will be receiving the call. Suppose let's consider right now I would like to contact the Dell Laptop Service Center, the customer care. The customer care people are not from the Dell, they are in the third party. So what they do, based on your laptop's unique ID, they will identify what's your things like. Suppose a Lenovo customer, a person from Lenovo call. So the person who receives the call, he works for both Lenovo and Dell as well. So based on this unique ID, he will identify like which laptop you belong and what is the service that everything he will get the details. For that purpose, like nothing but connecting to some third party system, and in order to get the data, in order to fetch the data, we use the external IDs. Right? Now, let's go with the topic though. I'm not setting this as external ID. And I'll show you the help text how it works later on. Click on next. And for the time as we discussed, okay, this again the field level security for the profile. So for this profile, which profile should have the access on this field, which profile should not have the access on this field, this in this section decides that. So anyhow, after completing the relationship, the next topic is profile, so no need to worry, we can discuss at that point. Click on next and just click on save. See, here generating auto numbers for existing records may take a few minutes. Click OK to start auto number generation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are done with the things. Now let's go and see. So let's consider right now I'm having 4 records. That's fine. I can open each and every record individually in new tab and I can verify. But what if I have some 100 records? How should I get those data? Right. At that point of time, what we'll do, we'll create a view. So this is nothing but view all view, right? So if you click on go, this is the recent job applications where we can't modify this view. It is a standard view. We can't modify. We don't have the chance to modify. But we can modify the rest of the views. Like the standard view provided by them is the view all view, and the rest of the things like we can create as per our requirement. Suppose I would like to create my own view. Click on create new view. And let's make it as suppose Harsha view, right? And here what I'll do, I'll make for all job applications, and I would like to display what I need. I want the owner, suppose first name, owner last name, and also I would like to have the job application number. And click on add. And just I'll make sure that it is visible only to me, so that none of the users will have the access to view my view. Right, it's up to me. So you can't say, see, we have got all the job application numbers. Now see, the first one, we have started the series with 100. So that's the reason JA1, it came with 100, and JA2, it came with 101, and JA3 came with 102, and JA4 came with 103. So how did this happen? Because as the sequence I created the records, as per that sequence only the numbers have been generated. So it purely depends upon the created date, time, and fraction of seconds as well. It counts everything, right? Hope so everything is clear for as of now. Now let's discuss the another fields. What are the things we have? Great, click on new. Suppose let's consider we have a checkbox. So what this checkbox use? It gives like it belongs like whether we need to like enter the true or false, what it may be, right? So by default it is unchecked, right? Now let's go to field label, and this is a checkbox, right? We can provide like eligible, for the position. Okay, and we'll make sure that it's unchecked. So in the help text I'm writing something. So please make all else eligible for this position. We can rewind. We can make it very simple like eligible. Okay, and in the help text I'll provide. Please check this box if the candidate is having more than 60% in his academics. Sorry. 60% in his academics. So this is what the help text I have provided. And I'll just click on next. I'll make sure it's visible to everyone. And click on next. And just click on save. Now see how it works. I'll click on new job application, or else you can go with the existing job application as well. And see here, you got the help text. Right. Please check this box if this candidate is having more than 60% in his academics. Right. In the same way, we need to create a number of things. Suppose let's consider this is a government job application. And here we need to pay some amount in order to apply this application. Let's go with the currency. Right, and just click on next. Suppose let's consider this one as amount. Right. And make sure the length is 18 and the decimal place of 0. And then we have something called as required. So what is this required? So whenever we check this checkbox, every person should enter the value here. Until and unless he don't enter the value here, the system doesn't allow us to move to the next step. So let's make it as required. And I'll let you know in how many ways we can make the field as required. See, now we don't have the option to choose the visibility. Because when it is required, each and every person from each and every profile should enter the value. So we don't have any other option, right? Now click on next. And just click on save and new. And in the meanwhile, we'll come here and we'll refresh the page. So what happens to existing records? For this kind of fields, when we make it as required, for existing records, right now it's fine because if you don't have the value. But once you edit this record, it doesn't allow us to save the record until and unless we enter the value. Suppose let me consider I'm entering 1000 and I'll just click on save. Oh, we are getting $1,000, that's fine. Now how to set up the currency, how to change the currency? Let's see. Let's go to the setup. And here just go to the company organization, like company information, the company information. And down you can see. So this is what the entire company information, like the organization name, our details and everything, right? And just see here the user licenses. Like we are ready to discuss about these things. We haven't reached till here. Okay. So this is what the entire company information, and here we have somewhere we have the currency. Just give me a minute. Let me edit this one. Yeah. Here, see here, we need to activate the activate multiple currencies checkbox and just click on save. Right now, see here, we have something currency setup. Click on currency setup, and we have USD by default. Now I'll select another one. Suppose I'll select Indian rupee. Enter the conversion rate from your corporate currency to this new currency. Suppose let's make it as 70. And let's click on save. Right. Now see, once I click on edit, here I'm having the option as well currency. I choose INR and I'll just click on save. Now see, it's changed as INR 1000 and USD it's $14.29. It's in two options. So this is how we work. Okay, So this is how we change the currencies and everything. Now let us go with another field. So just for the time being, as we discussed, just forget about this formula. Roll-up summary, lookup relationship, master detail, and external lookup relationship. Okay. Now just come to the, I think so, like you can create. So the date, time, email. If you select the email, it's nothing but it shows as an email format. Okay. So no need of providing some validations for this one. If you select the email, just directly it will allow you. Like for example, I'll show you. If I select the email and if I click on next, see what happens, how it works. So let me take it as email, right? And I'm not making this one as extra record or something. And just I'll click on next. So uniqueness is nothing but it doesn't allow the duplicates. So save. Now see here, let me click on edit, and in the email field I'm entering something, suppose XYZ, and I'll try to click on save. See what happens. Invalid email address. Okay, I'll make it at the rate. I'll make sure that it's ABC. I'll try to save. Again, it throws an error message. Now at the end, I'll put .co. Click on save. Now it's done because it is expecting in the format of email, or else it doesn't allow us to save the field. Okay. Now let's come back here and again let's check with other fields. Suppose we have something like date field as well. Okay. So I'll explain you the date field and also I'll explain you this pick list. Rest of the things you guys can practice. Now just click on next. Date. Just click on next. Just make it visible. Just click on next and just click on save and new. Right. Now let's go with the pick list. So with the pick list, I think so like everyone is aware, like we'll be having a drop down where we can select the things which we want. So for example, let's consider here I have a field called as country. Okay, and here we have the options like use global pick list value set and enter values, each value separated by new line. Suppose let's go with enter new values. So how to work global pick list also we will see right away once we are done this one. Okay. Suppose India, US. Suppose let's come with the region wise. Suppose let's consider having Singapore and Australia and then Malaysia. And then let's consider what the things we have here. Australia is done, and then let's consider Bangladesh. Okay. And then next, let's consider Scotland, Germany, UK, and what else we have? We have like suppose Austria. Let's consider these belongs to the so and so like the EMEA region, and those belongs to let's consider the APAC region. Okay, because I'll show you. So if you want to have the values displayed alphabetically and not in the order entered, you need to check this checkbox. If you would like to use this first one as default, then we need to check this checkbox. Okay. Now just click on you guys can try those things. Okay, no worries. It works as expected. If not, then I can let you know. Now just click on visible and click on next. And just click on save. Now let's see. Let's just edit this one. See here, we got the country list of values, right? Right? And then here is the date. See, once I click on this one, it pop-ups the entire the calendar, where I can choose the year, I can choose the month and everything. Right? Now, let's consider, I think so you guys may have seen something earlier like, like when we choose some country, based on the country only the states will be displayed. Till then the states will be in the disabled state. So the same functionality right now we are going to implement with the new field. So for this, in order to implement, we need to create a new field and it should be of pick list. And just click on next. So it is what we say the region, suppose. Okay. and I'll enter the values. So suppose let's consider APAC USA, not USA, like it's, let's consider like LAO, NA, and EMEA. Okay, so let's consider this. So now I'll show you. I'll display the values. Let's do one thing. Let's cut this APAC. Okay, and let's make sure that APAC is in the last. Okay, I'll make sure that they're displaying the values alphabetically and not in the order entered. I'll check this checkbox and just click on next. And just make it visible to everyone. Just click on next and just save it. Now let's come here. Let's refresh this page. Right. Now see here, if I go to the region, as I choose to display the values alphabetically and not in the order entered, automatically the APAC and EMEA came into the top. Right. The default one you can verify it. Now let's see something. We have something here called as field dependency. Field dependencies. Let's see how it works. Field dependency, and I'll click on new. What should be the controlling field? Because when I select the region, based on the region, suppose if I select the APAC, then only the APAC related countries should be displayed. If I select EMEA, only the EMEA related countries should be displayed. Not all the fields, not all the values, right? Then the controlling field here will be region, and the dependent field here will be country. And just click on continue. Now just come down, and in the APAC, choose India, choose Singapore, Australia, Malaysia, Bangladesh. Okay, and just click on include values. And for the EMEA, I'll go with Scotland, Germany, and just include values. Suppose let's consider for LAO, I would like to go with UK and Australia. It's not correct, but next I will like to go. And just still click on include values, and I'll leave this one as blank and click on save. It requires that one controlling field have no dependent values included. Save anyway. Okay, no worries, it will be saved. Now come here and just refresh the page. Now see what happens. The country field will be disabled and the region field will be in enabled state. See, the country is disabled and automatically the help text has come, depends on region. Now if I select the APAC, see the APAC countries are displayed. If I select the US LAO, the LAO countries are displayed. If I select the NA, it will be again in the disabled state, because as we don't have any dependent fields, right? So like you may get the, okay, we are having the region, why can't we have it in the top, and what is this order, why can't we have it in some other way order? All those things we can discuss later on, because still we have the time to discuss on those things. So just I'm clicking on cancel. Now earlier, like when we were creating the fields, we were discussing something about the at the time of creating the pick list, we have seen something, right? What is that? We have seen about the global pick list, use global pick list, right? I'll show you how it works. Now for the timing, I'm promoting this one to the global value set. So if you don't find this promote global value set as enable state, you need to check this big box. So what is this one? So requires fewer than 1000 total active and inactive values. So it should be only that one. So restrict pick list values to define in the value set. If I uncheck this checkbox, suppose, okay, and I'll click on save, and again I'll try to click on edit, see what happens. The promote to global value set is disabled. So that's the reason you need to check this checkbox and click on save, and then again click on edit and see. It's promote to global set as well. I'll promote to global set and I'll make the kind of field this as countries, suppose countries. Okay. I'm going to promote to global value set. Now what happens? Because I'm using the common countries in everywhere. Suppose let's consider I'm going with the positions and I do have the positions open for these countries only. Okay. So I'm not able to see the positions here. Let's do one thing. Let's add the positions tab here. Let's customize our tab. Let's go with the positions. Click on add and just click on save. Now I'll go with the positions. Let's remove few things here. Let's remove the orders, contracts, forecasts. Orders, contracts, forecasts. Okay. Forecasts, contracts, orders, solutions. That's enough. Remove and just click on save. Right. Let me click on the positions. Right. So what is the navigation path in order to reach the object? We'll be typing the object, we'll click on objects and we'll choose the object, right? There is another way is when you click on this tab, in the right side you have something called as quick access menu. Click on this quick access menu and click on view fields. You'll be navigating to the fields. Right. Now here also I would like to create the country field now. Let's select the country. So let's scroll down and come to the pick list. Choose the pick list and click on next. I'd like to choose here also the country field. What happens? I will not use the enter values because I already have the values, right? I'll make sure that it's in a global pick list countries. Yeah, that's it. Just click on next. I'll say like make it visible and click on next and just click on save. Now I'll try to create a position record, see how we get the values. See at the country, all the country values, I haven't entered anything. That is the purpose of the global pick list value set. Right? So I hope so like everyone enjoyed today's session. And let's catch up in the next topic. So tomorrow in the next session we are going to discuss about the custom tabs. Okay, once the custom tabs is done, then we'll go ahead with the relationships topic. Thank you guys. Bye.